Hi folks, welcome again to the Vapor Chief Before You Buy videos. And a question that's come up, to be honest with you, is people don't know who we are. People don't know Vapor Chief. They don't know the brand. They don't know me. I mean, I've been in the detailing business for over 25 years and I've been using steam for over 15 years. So I got to learn the technology. I was selling third-party machines. I was a go-between between the person that brought them into America and the end user. I've been selling machines for a really long time. I've learned a lot about steam cleaners, but to be honest with you, I've never had a website other than the past few years that was dedicated towards steam cleaners. I've never been able to deal direct with Italy as I do now for the past few years, and have an excellent manufacturer that's been in the business for over 30 years. So that's who I deal with direct in Italy. And I talk to my counterpart in Italy on a daily basis, either by Skype, email, or on the phone. So we're able to build really, really good machines, and we've been able to do it really, really quick. So we've come out there fairly quick to be a good competitor to a lot of the other popular machines that are out there. Now I realize that there's other machines that have a bigger brand name than us, where you'll recognize this brand or you'll recognize that brand before you're going to recognize the Vapor Chief brand. But we think the way we build these machines, the way these machines are engineered, and because I don't think you're going to talk to anybody that knows more about steam cleaners than I do in this country than me. Now, there might be other people that have been doing steam for a really long time that know steam fairly well, but I deal with my manufacturer, like I said, on a daily basis. And when we have a problem with a machine, I chalk it up as one time, we have a problem. Twice, I want to know what's going on, and 3 times, I want to know if we can fix it within the machine. So the way we build our Vapor Chiefs, and again, we don't have 7, 8, 9 different models. Right now, we have 4 different models. And we think between our 4 different models, there's one that's going to work for you. We don't build them on an assembly line. We don't build them 300, 400 machines at a time. So the way I build the machines and bring them in here is that we build enough of them where I have decent inventory, and my manufacturer doesn't require me to buy them by the thousands, which is a good thing for you also. So if we end up and we see a problem or we see something we don't like, we just change it. And if it costs me more money to change it and I don't have to adjust the price, then that's what we do, because we want good, safe machines out there that are going to perform, and I also want them to be a really, really good price. I know that my machine compared to the other machines that are out there is a very, very competitive price, and I'm sure you've seen that too. And I'm sure that you might be thinking, well, yeah, you have really good specs and you have a good price, but I don't know who you are. I don't know Vapor Chief. I stumbled upon you. When I was searching this machine, well, I stumbled across a competitor page that you did against this guy's machine. And just by chance, I found you. And I did a little bit of research, and now I'm interested in your machine, and maybe that person called me up and maybe they bought from me, and maybe they didn't buy from me just because they didn't trust me or they didn't trust the brand. But I think we've been around for a long enough period of time now. I think there's enough good things that are said about us on the internet, and I think I've addressed anything bad that's been said about us on the internet, which again, sometimes you can't help that. But our machines are just as good or better than somebody else's. The way we build them, the way my manufacturer requires that he builds them, he won't build a cheap machine. I've asked him for a cheaper residential machine that was only a couple $100 and he won't buy it. To bring in cheaper parts, he can't do it. It costs him more money if he was going to bring in cheaper parts to make a cheaper residential machine than if we just keep building commercial machines and using many of the same components that go in these machines. So maybe you don't know who I am, maybe you don't know the name Vapor Chief yet, but I guarantee if you look at our warranty, and I'm going to stand behind the warranty, I don't question warranty if you're not using the right water. I don't say to use distilled water in our refill machines. I don't care. I don't want you using distilled water in our refill machines. I'm going to honor the warranty. If I know it's an electrical problem, even if you're beating the crap out of the machine, which I know most of my people do, they use these machines day in, day out, and they abuse them. If it's a problem where the machine shouldn't have failed, I'll still warranty it. So, and again, hopefully by watching these before you buy videos, it puts you more at ease with buying a machine from me and maybe not knowing my brand quite as well as some of the other brands that are out there. But again, I think if you look at the specs, and I'm honest about all the specs, and I fix machines right as I get them, that's something I take personally. If a machine breaks and I get a machine back here to fix, I get it in, I get it out right away. There's never been a machine I can't fix, and most of the time if it's an electrical problem, it goes back out under warranty. So again, if you have any questions about who I am, what the brand is, or again, which machine to buy, give me a call. And I think after talking to me for a few minutes, you'll realize that I know what I'm talking about. I know as much about steam cleaners as anybody. After watching all the videos that we've taken the time to do, then I think you'll have confidence in me. And I also think that now, because my web guy is also second to none, and he's put me up there with Google, and I'm spending more money on advertising, that now my brand is showing up. And you have to take a look at me as well as the competitors that are out there. But again, if you still don't think that Vapor Chief is a brand that you want to buy, well, that's up to you. But if you buy my machine, I'm going to stand behind it, because I'm all about customer service, where I have to deal with you before the sale, but I also have to deal with you after the sale. And that's just as important as selling you a machine. You're not going to get one of my salespeople on the phone, because I'm my own sales guy. So you're going to get me on the phone before you buy, but you're also going to get me on the phone after you buy. And that's why I want to make sure that you get in the right machine, and that these machines are reliable, and that once you get it, it's going to work for you, and there's not going to be a lot of problems. And my name is still going to be a good name out there on the internet, and we're going to sell more and more machines, and I can keep them as competitively priced as they are. And again, if there's any questions, feel free to give us a call. We always like to talk to people on the phone.